Hello,
Hi.
Attorney Rexa Riches. How you doing today?
I am great. Come
What
on
a
in.
beautiful house.
Thank you so
You look
much.
gorgeous, by the way. I love the color black.
Thank you. Let me take you outside to enjoy the best part about this house.
Attorney Rexa Riches, what does a typical day look like for you as a community advocate and a personal injury lawyer?
A typical day looks like a very planned day. I usually wake up in the morning about 5:30. I usually pray, meditate, and get on with my day usually. It used to involve working out, but ever since January 7th, the Eden Fire case, it's just been a lot. And so, but I'm looking for some balance right now. I'm going to get back into my fitness routine and not make excuses. But look at this view. It's so pretty.
Attorney Rexa Riches, how do you balance your professional responsibilities with being a mom?
The greatest part about what I do, especially now working with the community, is that I get to work with my son. And that's the best part about what I do every day, because he is in the thick and thin with me as I'm giving the community events, as I'm visiting families, as I'm taking calls, as I'm on the phone all day. He is right there. So super grateful to work with my son. Let's continue walking.
Can you share a moment from your career that deeply impacted your approach to community advocacy?
I have several moments. I don't know if it's just one moment. Every single month that I'm able to bless the community through our outreach programs, it impacts me in a major way because it touches me and I'm able to really realize the blessings that allow me to be able to serve the community. My mentor, when I was 18 years old, introduced me to the world of personal injury law. He exposed me to what it meant to be a lawyer, but I knew I was always going to be an advocate, being that some things happened personally to my dad. When we lost everything from Enron, that was the cornerstone to me knowing deep down inside that, number one, I never would work for anyone, and number two, I would build something that would serve people, and number three, I would serve the community, because we didn't have a lawyer back then that would come to us and help us be able to try and restore us to make us whole. We had lost everything when the Enron scandal happened.
You're living from Houston to California. Which one you like better and why?
Um, it's nothing like being in Houston. I love Houston. It's although I'm not from Houston, I feel like I'm a Houstonian because that's where I grew up. I'm from LA, but I love Houston, but I love LA for this. You know, the views. This is why I love LA. I think this is the best part about LA is the mountains and the ocean, and you can have both all in one depending on where you are. So this is why I love. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just both.
How do you prioritize self-care amidst your busy schedule?
I'm trying. It's a work in progress. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
So how does your day-to-day look like as an attorney, from being a community advocate, from being a mom? How do you balance it all? What does that day look like?
My days are long. They are usually 12-hour days because I never literally have time to come up from air, because my day usually involves me planning on calls. And I'm on a lot of calls. I am usually reviewing documents. I'm in meetings with marketing. So my days are usually 12-hour days. I wish I could balance it, and I'm trying to figure it out, but God is the source. I'll figure it out one day. I'm going to let y'all know.
What's one piece of advice you'll give to an aspiring lawyer to make a difference in their community?
Remember, while you're doing this, remember that this is a people business. Yes, you can do well financially, but it's all about service. And if you don't have the heart to serve people, then don't be in this business. But if you have the heart to serve people, believe in yourself, have the confidence, and God will always figure the rest out for you. And get around some great, great people.
How do you stay connected with your community while managing a demanding career?
I do things. I create my own motion, as my son says. I have community events every single month. I'm doing the same thing out here in California, and that is how I'm able to stay centered in who I am as a person and my values, which is about serving the community. And that's the way that I make that happen, is through making community a part of what I do every single month.
Attorney Roxelle Richards, do you challenge any faces in regards to being in a male predominantly field, and how do you overcome them?
Oh yes, it's always it's a predominantly male field, being in the legal profession, and then being a black woman. I'm always underestimated, which is great. I know how to play that to my strength, and it's turned to be my greatest weapon, to be underestimated. And sometimes I get hit with a lot of condescending remarks, and it's just okay. I've learned to let that stuff bounce off of me. But ultimately, I know who I am as a woman. I know who I am as a person. I believe in God. I know that I'm not here by accident. I know I belong here, and I just take ownership of where I am.
What is a common misconception about personal injury law that you wish people understood?
Um, the misconception that I hear people make, especially young people that decide that they want to be in this business, is that, oh, I'm gonna do well, I'm gonna make a lot of money, and you can. But what people don't understand is the amount of money that it takes to be able to run a personal injury law firm, or a firm, period. You have to be able to establish systems, and you have to be really good at people, and managing people, and leadership. That's the number one thing that I think, if I had to do it all over again, I would have learned the art of leadership. And what people don't understand is leadership is really more so about serving. So, yeah, love it.
So, Roxelle, you always doing stuff for your community, right?
Yep.
But how do you celebrate your small victories in your professional and personal life?
I travel. I love to travel. That's like, man, that's everything, is traveling to me. I love, 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 love traveling. Like, love it.
What role does mentorship play in your career, and who has been a significant mentor for you?
Some of my mentors are, in this profession, Howard Nations, Rob Ammons. Those would be my top two. Obviously, Jerry Spence and the wonderful people, with the Jerry Spence method, and even also Trial Lawyers College. All of those are wonderful, great people. All of the staff and alumni, they really helped to shape who I am today and finding my voice in advocacy for others.
How do you define success in both of your professional and personal life?
I would define success as freedom. That's how I would define success. Being free to make your own decisions without any limitations, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Yeah, that's how I would define my success.
So, Attorney Roxelle Richards, right? You are representing a lot of the Eden Fire victims.
Yes.
What is one of the things that people don't know? They have no idea of what that looks like as a lawyer.
I think what most people don't understand is that, number one, this is a mass tort litigation that's taking place, meaning that it's a coordinated, collaborative approach, and that all plaintiffs are literally, all of their cases are consolidated into one court. A lot of people don't understand that at the end of the day, we're all collaborative, meaning us lawyers, and it's not the competition that people think when they see the lawyer marketing. It's not that at all. And so we all follow the same forms that we need to complete no matter what attorney you pick. And so I just think that the marketing has people thinking something completely different. So that's one thing I need to make aware. The second thing I think people should understand is that this process will be years before there will be these all of these claims will be fully resolved. Again, all coordinated together. And most importantly, I think people should choose a lawyer that cares and understands and that's going to be here every single step of the way and be here to help them heal. This is one of the reasons why we brought on a mental health advocate to be able to give free services to all of our clients, as well as aligning with other lawyers and even in different fields to be able to help fulfill some of their needs now. So that's what really sets us apart over here at Eden Fire Legal Team.
Attorney Roxelle, so how do you balance your mental with dealing so much with the Eden Fire?
Since dealing with the Eden Fire, the cases, the families, I'm an empath, and so it has been draining mentally. I've dealt with a lot emotionally, and so one of the things that I am choosing priority on now is more than ever is getting therapy for myself. Because I have a problem with detaching. I really care for all of my clients, so it's really hard.
What is the biggest lesson you learned from being both a lawyer and a mother?
That at the end of the day, what matters most is the people that love me and of course the people that I love, which is everybody, but the people that I know that are here, that's what matters most. And the biggest lesson of everything is that family matters. My clients matters, but family matters as well. So
If your legal career had a theme song, what it would be and why?
ooh, that's a good one. Survivor. That would be a good one because I've rebranded 3 times in my career and I just keep going and I never give up. A lot of people have doubted me. A lot of people have hated me for whatever reasons of their own. And just fighting all of the craziness I fought. But I'm still able to keep going and I'm surviving. I'm not going to give up. Yeah. The one message that I would have to people is that really understand that when you have both an attorney, having an attorney is one thing, but an advocate is something completely different. An advocate is somebody who will go above and beyond just being your lawyer on one issue, right? An advocate is somebody who is going to help you through every single issue. Not necessarily that they can handle every single issue, but be an advocate in making sure you get redress in those things that you need help in. And one thing that I would tell people is try to find as much as you try to find a lawyer, find an advocate, find somebody that is in your corner. And you can't say that every person is. And I think that is what probably separates me from everyone out there because I truly care and I use that same energy in just making sure that their voices are heard in whatever it is that they need. And right now my voice is so needed in making sure that my clients, if no one else, gets heard and get the things that they need. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, Attorney Roxelle Richards, I think that's about it. Do you have anything else that you would like the people to know? What's coming up, your upcoming events?
Oh, we just started a campaign yesterday at thepublicforum.com where we are asking anybody who has some issues. Right now, infrastructure is a big issue right now for a lot of people. They don't want to build because they're concerned about infrastructure. They're having issues with water. And so I want to hear your voice. I want you to talk to me, tell me what it is that's going on. And I am putting together something special so that we can create a way for all of these questions to get answered by the right decision makers. So go to my website at EdenFireLegalTeam.com if you need, of course, legal services, but As far as my community initiative, go to EdenFirePublicForum.com and complete the page so that your voice can be heard and you can be a part of this special rally that I am putting together to make sure these issues are addressed for the community as a whole.
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you.
Thank you.